Hey, what's going on, people? My name is Terrell Andretti, and I'm the Narc's Nemesis. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps push. It helps YouTube's algorithm push this content out to more people who need it. Somebody liked it for you, so make sure you like it for somebody else. If you need a one-on-one, the link is in the description. It is the weekend, so my site might not let you book if you want to do a session this weekend. So make sure you email me and let me know what date or what time. That way I can, get you in there. If you want to donate to the channel, link is in the description as well. Make sure y'all go check out my new single, Superstition. I thank everybody who's been showing it love. It is available here on the channel, and it's also available on all streaming platforms. It is a pop song about my narcissistic experience and me triumphing over it. And it also features a voicemail of my ex-narc trying to hoover me, and I ain't going for it. So make sure y'all check that out. Leave me a review on the channel, share it with your friends, post it on your social medias. I really want to get this record out there, and I got a surprise for y'all real soon as far as that record goes. Anyway, today I'm going to talk to y'all about a lot of y'all keep questioning why you weren't good enough for the narcissist and why are they acting like this with this person but couldn't act like this with you. And if I was such a good person, why didn't it work out? A lot of y'all are still thinking from an ego and an emotional standpoint, and it's understandable, but I keep having to drive this home because y'all are watching these videos with your emotions and your ego. If you do that, you are not going to grasp the purpose of these videos, and you're not going to grasp the education. The education is the key to setting you free. Stop watching, not only mine, but any videos. Stop looking at these videos with emotion and logic, because I can tell who's emotional. Stop looking at these videos with ego and emotion. I can tell in the comments who's operating off of ego and emotion and not logic, because a lot of y'all get triggered by certain things that I say, or y'all have a point to prove in the comments. I do read my comments. It's a lot of y'all, but I do read through them, and every now and then I get a smart ass in there that swears that exists and not that. You're watching the videos with your ego and your emotion. I understand, but like I said, you eventually have to get to a point where you are logically listening to what I'm saying, and anybody else for that matter. And it's not only with narcissists, it's with anything as far as information goes. Learn to take your emotions out of things and think with logic. Damn, I lost my point trying to say that. Anyway, that's what I was getting back to. The reason why they act like this with this person, and if you were good enough, if you were such a good person, why didn't it work? Because healthy relationships bore toxic people. I'm going to say that again. Healthy relationships bore toxic people. This does not mean your ass needs to be more toxic just so you can have that motherfucker back in your life. Because I know the thought just crossed your mind, I'm here to get it the fuck out of your mind. That does not mean you need to, if I deal with the toxicness, that means the relationship will work. No. That means you need to continue to be the good person that you are. Do not succumb to somebody's standards that are lower than yours just so you can exist in whatever jackassville town that they live in their head. I don't care how good of a person you are. it's not going to work with them. And again, it is not because of you. A lot of y'all put yourselves down. The narcissists don't even have to do it no more. When you say stuff like, if I was such a good person, why didn't it work out? Because it's not supposed to. First off, and I said this in another video, God will not allow you to be at peace with somebody that you're not supposed to be with. It might last for a little bit, but a lot of times the relationship continued because you wouldn't walk away. And I know that might hurt some of y'all's pride and some of y'all's ego, but a lot of these relationships continued because we refused to let them go. Same with me. I could have ended my shit way sooner. Guess what? My ego wouldn't allow me to walk away. My pride wouldn't allow me to walk away. My emotions didn't allow me to walk away. So I kept allowing her to come back into my life. That's why I say stop operating off of ego. Your ego is going to get you fucked up. Your emotions, I'm not saying do not feel, but there is a time and a place to display emotions, and there is a time and a place to display logic. If you swimming in the ocean, I think I said this before, if you swimming in the ocean and a shark bites you in the ass, logically you know you need to get the fuck up out of the water. It don't matter how you feel, logically you need to get out of the water before you get eaten alive. Oh well, my heart's broken, so I don't think I have the energy to swim towards shore. Do you see how that sounds? I'm not going to get out of the water because my heart's broken. Because I feel a certain kind of way, I'm not going to get out of the water. Logically, you know you need to get your ass up out of the water. That's what this situation is like. You've been bitten by a shark, but because you love the shark, you want to stay in the water. Don't make that mistake. Healthy relationships are boring to toxic people. A lot of us like toxicity in our relationships. That's why we stick with them, because we come from a toxic environment. So if us coming from a toxic environment feels like home, when we come across something that's healthy, we don't recognize it because it doesn't feel like home. Home is toxic. Home is heartbreak. Home is trauma. That's why I tell a lot of y'all, you don't need to be in no relationship right now. You need to be in therapy. You need to be rediscovering yourself. You need to be completing some goals, because you can avoid it all you want to, but it's going to keep coming back to you. When you come from a toxic environment, healthy is going to feel strange to you. So you're going to seek out toxicity. The narcissist is toxic. So now you feel at home with them because you come from toxic. And the same thing happens when they come across you. You might have some level of normality and being healthy. A lot of us are giving love, affection, care. They don't come from that. So you trying to display that to them is just a slap in the face, because it subliminally tells them, oh, well, they think they're better than me because they can act normal. Oh, they think they're better than me because they're showing love and I can't receive it. They think they're better than me because they care about me and I don't care about anything but myself. That triggers them. And that is not grounds for you to stay your ass there and try to teach them how to love. It's not your job to teach anybody how to love. You can teach somebody how to treat you. Hey, I don't appreciate that, or I don't deal with that, or whatever the case is. But happen to go and restructure somebody's belief system, happen to go restructure somebody's morals, happen to go restructure somebody's empathy. You can't do that. You don't have the power to do that. You can influence somebody, but it's still up to them to do the work. That's where ego comes in. That's where a lot of us become egotistical. I'm so great that I can change the way that you love. I'm so great that I can change you not having empathy. I'm so great that I can change you not being able to receive love. People have to want to do the work. A lot of y'all haven't healed from this because healing is foreign to you. Because you never been healed. You weren't healed when you met them. That's why healing from this is hard. Because you were broken before you met them, when you met them, and they picked up on it. That's what a lot of this is meant to teach y'all. Healing. Because a lot of us have been going our whole life without healing. Just like the narcissist. The only thing is you are capable, but you're scared because you've never been in healing territory. At least not consistently. Because it's easy to start something. The thing is when you finish. So now you got to start looking at yourself. Not in disgust, not in disdain because you gave love to somebody who couldn't receive it. Now you have to digest and dissect, okay, why was I so willing to give this person that gave so little to me, all of me, even though I knew it was fucked up? It's not your job to figure out why they can't love me. And I'm not saying don't come out and seek information on narcissists or whatever the case is, but a lot of us are trying to also heal in the environment that we were destroyed in. It's not going to work. You cannot heal around them. You're going to have to eventually make a move because that toxic energy is always going to leave a stain on you. That's why they keep it in contact. I don't get it. I don't understand. That's what it's meant to do. You not understanding because you're thinking with emotions is keeping a stain on you. So you're not clean. That's where they want you, not clean, not purified. They want to be the stain that stays on you. And by you stay your ass off their social media. By you keep going back and forth to their social media, you ain't doing nothing but getting dirtier and dirtier. And I'm going to tell you something. Every time you take your ass and click on their page, you get set back. So those of y'all that are thinking of going on there tonight, it's Friday night, you sipping your wine and you're listening to Mary J. Blige, and you want to go take a trip to their page, you're going to take a trip backwards in healing. What are you going on there to see? You know they fucking with somebody else. You want to see them from a different angle. You want to see how they look on with different filters. You want to see how they look in different settings, because that's all you're doing, setting yourself up. You know they with somebody else. Don't become the stalker. Maybe if I put it like that, y'all, it'll click a little more. Do you know that's stalking? And I get it, but sometimes we have to say things out loud for us to hear how crazy it sounds. When you're going on their page and trying to see what's going on, you're stalking. And I get it. But like I said, some of us have to be told out loud that we're out of line. Healthy relationships are boring to toxic people. That does not mean you need to become a big ball of toxicity to keep that person. That means you need to work on yourself, work on what you attract, and look for somebody who is not feeding your ego. Because a lot of this is ego, or I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose what I put so much work into. If you don't want to lose what you put so much work into, how does your final product look? Look at your narcissist right now. How do they look? And I don't mean vanity-wise. How do they look to your spirit? How do they look to your emotions? How do they look to that ego? Some of y'all can't even fucking stand them. It's just the fact that you done been with them so long. How do they look? And ask yourself one question. Are you proud of how they look? Not vanity. To your spirit, to your feelings, to your emotions. How do they look? If you look at them and you're disgusted because they know they've been with every Tom, Dick, and Harry and every Cheryl, fucking Marie and Donna, what work did you put in? Look at your final product. A Jackass Supreme is your final product. What did you lose? Besides familiarity. You're so upset and you think you lost because you lost what you have made your comfort zone. Dreams and progress die in the comfort zone. The only way you're gonna grow is if you're uncomfortable. And being uncomfortable means stepping the fuck away from them. Being uncomfortable means seeing a life outside of them. You don't know if it exists or not because you haven't seen it. But that's what growth is. A lot of y'all Christian folks on here, remember that? Walk by faith, not by sight. That's part of that. You're not gonna see it. But I guarantee one thing. If you don't get away from them, you're going to see your demise. If you keep taking your ass on their page, you're going to slowly see your demise because you're not healing. That's why a lot of y'all feel stuck, because you're putting yourself in a cycle. Just like they're in a cycle, you're putting yourself in a cycle. Every time you go to their page, you get set back. Oh, I've been doing good for a week, but my emotions and my ego, here we go. Let's go back to their page. I'm set back another week. Some of y'all could have been healed and moved on, but you won't take yourself out of the cycle. And it will consume you. If you think you're finna stay in this cycle and heal, you're mistaken. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you need a one-on-one, link is in the description. It's the weekend, so email me if you need one, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. Make sure y'all go check out Superstition. This is tough love, but this is what I needed to hear, and I wish I had somebody to tell me this. I'm not here to paint you a fantasy. I'm not here to paint you a fairy tale. I'm not teaching you how to coexist with these jackasses. I'm teaching you how to destroy them and disengage. Another day, another way, and you ain't got to listen, but I know you heard me.